Today's the day. We're gonna win. We're gonna fight.
Notre Dame stops it. The Irish win the game.
Play with your brothers. You got a great opportunity. Let's go seize the moment. Let's go play.
Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly is presented by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, Cadillac, CBTS, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sears, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS. Hello again, Irish fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly. I'm Jack Nolan. For the first time in 12 seasons, Notre Dame defeated USC in Notre Dame Stadium on Saturday with a gritty performance that reflected the extreme intensity of Coach Kelly's pregame speech.
Winning's important. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose tonight. You want to be a winner or do you want to be a loser? You got to bring it up deep down inside. It can't be just go through it and it naturally happens. This is a damn tough sport, and it requires more than just going out there and executing. You need passion, you need desire, you need want. You gotta have more in this game. Tonight, we're gonna win. And it's a football game that we're gonna win. And it's gonna require everybody in here to play with effort, enthusiasm, guts, and determination. You're not going to think your way through this. You're going to have something come up from inside, because this is football. We play with that passion, we play together, we play for each other, and we play to win. We are Notre Dame, and we play that way tonight against our rival, USC.
When you have the most live college football,
food's ready.
Okay, coming.
All you want to do is watch college football. With Xfinity from Comcast, you get the most live college football, including ESPN Go Line on all your devices. You can't get all that with satellite. So switch to the Xfinity HD Premier XZ Triple Play, or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year.
Your home for the most live sports. Xfinity.
One more. Let's go, yo. Go. One more. One more time. Come on. One more. Let's get it. Let's go.
Proven hydration to help replace what you sweat out.
One championship. Let's go.
Before they earned enough cash back from Bank of America to help pay for Benny's expenses. Before they earned 1% back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. And 2% back at the grocery store. Even before earning 3% back on gas, with no hoops to jump through. They opened a Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card just in time to open their hearts. That's the magnitude of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
You know the problem with tall things in small spaces? Like dishes that don't fit in the top rack of the dishwasher. Come into Sears. I'll tell you about our one-hand adjuster on our exclusive Kenmore Elite dishwasher. It's amazing what'll happen when tall things have the right space. Also amazing, J.D. Power ranks Kenmore Elite highest in customer satisfaction.
One appliance store helps more people find savings and solutions than any other.
This is Sears.
The Irish got the ball first against the Trojans and proceeded to execute their first two drives at the highest tempos of any Notre Dame drives this season.
I think it's something that you're going to see. I think we're going to continue to build on it because we like the way it sets up our offense, you know, to go some tempo, pull it back and let Tommy read it on the line of scrimmage and get us in the right play. I think it's a nice complement to where we're going offensively.
And you marched right down the field and got inside the 1 yard line.
We did. You know, we got to plug it in there and score in that situation. It was a big play by USC, and they come back and drive the ball all the way down the field and get on the board first.
And you had told your team they would be tough, and they proved that they were tough, but your team was tough too. After they drove down and scored, you came right back and drove down and scored.
Responded. There were some things that weren't going well for us. Our guys just kept playing. And as the head coach, that takes on a life of its own, and that life is just keep competing. And I love to see a team compete like that, and that's what we did. We answered that score with a score of our own.
And the touchdown pass to Troy Nicholas is something that you've been working on since preseason.
It has really required a lot of work with Troy, quite frankly. Everyone says, well, he's 6'5", you know, but that takes time. And he is now, and I think we saw it in this game, how he's now becoming an accomplished route runner. Now we've got an inline blocker who can now run routes, position himself quite well with his body, and he's becoming a big weapon for us.
Now, late in the first half, you're trailing 10-7, you get the ball back, and you literally race down the field.
You know, we mixed it up well. I thought, you know, being patient, we were able to hit a run in there, and it set up our ability to get some big plays in the passing game.
And in particular, you got two huge runs by Cam McDaniel. One was set up by a Stanley block, and the other one, he just did a great fake in the backfield.
And it was just a stutter move, and made a miss, and put another 20 yards on the run, put us in great field position for the eventual score.
And part of your job is to develop student athletes, and it's part of their job too. T.J. Jones is such a great example of this. He's always been very good in the finesse aspects of the game. He proved again on that touchdown cast how he's now a physical receiver.
No question, he was pressed and bumped on the line of scrimmage. He held his line, gave Tommy the opportunity to put the ball in a position where only he could catch it. Did a great job. Great throw, great catch, and getting on the board in that situation in tight coverage. The coverage was outstanding. But if the ball's put in the right position and you hold your line like TJ did, you can't defend the play.
That Reese to Jones touchdown pass gave the Irish a 14-10 lead heading into the locker room at halftime. You have already seen how Coach Kelly challenged his team during his pregame speech. Coach again challenged his charges at halftime.
There will be no nice try talks. There isn't. Great effort, guys. I'm proud of you. We're here to win a football game. That's it. All the time, all the effort, everything that we do is for one thing, and that's to win a football game against our rival USC. Count on me means something. It means that you will do your job in the second half, and you will win this football game.
You like to try new things. Now we have bold new tastes like never before. You like things made by hand. We're now grilling up freshly made egg whites. You like to cool down. We just added a refreshing new smoothie. You get wrapped up in things. We're introducing new, delicious ways for you to eat. There's no one quite like you. Now more than ever, there's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. Be in our ad. Go to I'mLovinIt.com.
You know the problem with tall things in small spaces? Like dishes that don't fit in the top rack of the dishwasher. Come into Sears. I'll tell you about our one-hand adjuster on our exclusive Kenmore Elite dishwasher. It's amazing what'll happen when tall things have the right space. Also amazing, J.D. Power ranks Kenmore Elite highest in customer satisfaction.
One appliance store helps more people find savings and solutions than any other.
This is Sears.
Customer Aaron Swenson bought from us online today, so I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
It went out today, I'm happy.
What if she's not at home? She won't be happy.
Use UPS. She can get a text alert, reroute, even reschedule a package. It's UPS My Choice.
You happy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 I love logistics.
The Notre Dame defense turned in its best big play performance of the season at the time 2 weeks ago against Arizona State. Those big defensive plays continued against USC, especially in the second half, beginning with a terrific interception early in the third quarter by freshman linebacker Jalen Smith.
That's just feel. You know, you don't teach some of those things, but he sensed it, he felt it, he was in his zone, played it like man-to-man, and made a terrific play.
Now, on the first play of your second possession, Tommy gets sacked, and you lose him for the game.
We did. He got hit in the chest, and when he went back, he hit his neck. He had a neck strain, and so we lost him for the rest of the game, and that's where we had to go with Andrew. You know, we felt like we could still move the football. We had great field position, and I think this is the moment of the game, really, where our defense really took over. They were outstanding, and I think the thing that I would point to the most is the number of plus field setups that we gave them. I mean, special teams did not help them. Turnovers did not help them. You know, all of those things went against our defense, and they just kept playing. That's the most satisfying thing about it, is that they kept playing. They didn't blink. They were mentally and physically tougher than USC. We're giving them a chance to win the football game, and our defense said, it's not happening, not on our watch. We're going to win this football game.
And part of that, 11 straight stops on third down.
Just great third down football, but more importantly, each and every third down was met with either pressure or a great tackle or a deflected ball. Somebody on our side of the ball had to make a play on third down, and that's the nice part about it.
Stephon Tuitt coming back from injury, he was a beast for you against USC.
It was his best game since he's been here. He's looking like a player that's on a mission now. I mean, clearly the last two games that he's played have been exceptional. This one was far and above any game that he's played here in a long time.
Joe Schmidt certainly epitomizes the next man in.
Came in as a walk-on, earned a scholarship, just plays great football. Makes two really big plays on third down. And again, it's just so nice to see those guys step in as the next man in and make plays.
He made the big play on third down. Kavari Russell makes a big play on fourth down.
You know, there was always the questions about the offensive guy going to defense and how tough would he be. He is starting to exhibit that toughness. And he stuck his nose in there on Nelson Aguilar. We get the ball out on a key play and it ends the football game.
There is your final score. The Irish defeat USC 14-10, making this year's senior class the first senior class to defeat USC 3 out of 4 years since 2002. There is a look at your big picture final stats. Some other numbers of note. Notre Dame limited USC to just 14 yards rushing on 12 carries in the second half and just 4 second half first downs. You just heard Coach Kelly talk about the two huge third down plays junior linebacker Joe Schmidt made against the Trojans. The second of those plays by the former walk-on, a broken up pass on third down on USC's final possession. And that play is this week's ATI Physical Therapy Strong and True Moment of the Week.
I realize. You won the game.
Every game Notre Dame plays is a big game, but no game is bigger to the players than their annual meeting with USC, and no victory sweeter than beating the Trojans.
Real good. You know, last time I ever played USC, it's definitely good to go out on a high note in front of the home crowd with a tough win like that.
What kind of Notre Dame rivalry? You know, it's always intense. You know, it would always be a battle. You know, fans going against each other. You know, players going against each other. Coaches going against each other. And, you know, that's what you expect out of this kind of game.
It feels great. I love it. So I've been looking forward to this week, and it just feels so good to beat them.
Well, that's our rivalry. It feels really good. We're going to have a great night. But it's on to the next one, but it feels great to beat our rival.
You win as a team and you lose as a team, but there is no question the most outstanding Irish unit in the victory over USC was the dominant defense.
It's huge to have the defense do that, and you know, it gives you anytime your defense can do that, it gives us some confidence. So, like I said before, hats off to them. They played unbelievable, and they deserve a lot of credit on this one.
They really put the team on their back, so to speak, and really played great defense and really allowed us to win that game.
I said USC is a great team, great, powerful team. And then another thing, they're our rivals, so they're going to come and play hard. And for us to stop them was awesome. It was a great team effort, and a great defensive effort as a whole, and within each other.
Earlier in the show, you heard Coach Kelly talk about how much work has been put into developing Troy Nicholas into an elite tight end. Well, as we go to break, this strong and true Just the Facts shows us that hard work is paying off.
You wait all year for summer. This summer was definitely worth the wait. Summer's best event from Cadillac. Let summer try and pass you by. Lease this all-new Cadillac ATS for around $299 per month, or purchase for 0% APR for 60 months. The best offers of the model year end September 3rd.
Can I help you?
Excuse me, hi. I wanted to find out about the Unlimited for Life guarantee.
Sure. Sprint is guaranteeing unlimited talk, text, and data for life.
Cool. And what if, say, technically you were not alive? Like, maybe you were undead?
Like a zombie.
Whoa, let's not go putting labels on people. I'm a zombie.
Switch to Sprint and get unlimited for life. And now, save up to $100 on any phone.
Notre Dame's 14-10 win over USC will be added to the long list of important and exciting victories the Irish have recorded on the third Saturday of October. Of course, the most important of these wins occurred 25 years ago when the fourth-ranked Irish upset top-ranked Miami. With the 1988 National Championship team back on campus for their 25th reunion this past weekend, we thought it appropriate to take a look back at that classic game.
My freshman redshirt year, we got pounded by Miami 58-7. And I remember Terry Andresiak, our backup quarterback, Terry walking across the field and said, "We're going to have our day to get back at you, Jimmy Johnson." And he said, just take it for what it is. And so I never forgot that.
45 seconds to play. Notre Dame 31, Miami 30, and going for two.
The guy I was defending, Leonard Conley, a lot of people don't realize this, but Leonard and I were big rivals in high school. We were both played in the same division in high school out of Florida. I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. A bunch of those guys on that team were personal friends of mine. And then lining up on this big play against one of the guys I'd seen so many times, it was a sense of familiarity there as well, too.
Dawkins wide to the right, Brown in the slot. Conley, the wingman on the right side. Three wide receivers right. They're going to go for two. Back to throw. Walsh, look. Has the time. Lost the ball. The pass is batted down. It's batted down by Terrell in the air. They win it for Saskatoon. They're on it from 31-30 as Jimmy Johnson wins for two.
When Pat Terrell made that play in that game, was like everybody made that play for that team of 85. I think it was a little redemption for everybody that was a part of that. And when we beat them, it was the biggest win I was part of, and it goes down in history as the biggest game ever won in Notre Dame Stadium.
So many people were integral on that play. You look at George Williams, the rush that he gave. Without that, Steve Walsh could have found any receiver quick and lit up the scoreboard. The ironic thing is, back when I made that play, I believe our stadium's, the capacity was about 59,000. But I probably to date have met about 80,000 people that were sitting right in that corner when I made that play. I'm a very positive thinking person, but every once in a while you lay in bed at night and think, man, if I didn't make that play, it'd be kind of a scary place to walk around, but I'm glad it turned out like it did.
It really was great to have those guys back on campus and taking part in the pep rally on the Library Mall Friday night. It is time now for this week's 60-second drill. This week's participant is a personable young man who is developing into an outstanding receiver for the Fighting Irish, junior Davaris Daniels.
Favorite musical group or artist?
Temptations.
Favorite TV show?
Fresh Prince.
Player on the team most like you?
Jaylen Brown.
Favorite breakfast meal?
Pancakes, egg, sausage.
Get up early or sleep in?
I'm definitely sleeping in.
If you were a professor, what class would you teach?
I would teach history.
Best nickname on the team and who has it?
Irish chocolate, by far.
First word that comes to mind when you think about Camp Shiloh?
Long.
Climbing wall or zip line?
Zip line.
Hardest hitter on the team?
I'm gonna go with Prince.
Best singer on the team?
Oh, that's me.
Best dancer on the team?
I'll take that too.
Best comedian on the team?
Definitely Kendall Moore.
Best dresser on the team?
Jaylen Brown.
Worst dresser on the team?
Amir Carlisle.
Best thing about playing for Notre Dame?
The fans, the excitement. It's crazy.
DeVar Stanley, you have completed 60 seconds in Inside Notre Dame Football.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christmas is closer than you think. Don't worry. Meijer has all the top toys and newest electronics like Sony PlayStation, Microsoft Xbox, and Kindle Fire. And even better, at low Meijer prices.
I'm very happy I made the switch.
It's easy.
They're great.
As I go out, being nervous about going out into the world.
You switch because
for what you get and what they give back.
Of the people.
It'd just be another thing that I know is there for me all the time.
It's a no-brainer.
It's about family. It's about values. It's about doing things the right way.
And that's why I'm sticking with them.
You just get sucked in, and it's great. We're there.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Come home.
You know you're going to get the best when you go to Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
It's time now for this week's Ask Coach Kelly question, presented by CBTS. This week's question comes from Bill O'Keefe of Anchorage, Alaska, who asks, Coach, what is the hardest part in preparing for an opposing team that is played perennially, like a USC or Stanford? Is it defensively or offensively?
I think that most of the pressure generally falls on the defense because there's so many adjustments that have to be made. You know, I've been on both sides of the ball, obviously, and in terms of special teams as well. But the adjustments that you have to make on defense are probably the bigger adjustments.
If you would like to send in a question for Coach Kelly, just log on to UND.com and click on Ask Coach Kelly in the rotating boxes in the middle of the main page. The next challenge on the schedule for the Fighting Irish comes this Saturday, the triple option attack of Air Force in the altitude of Colorado Springs.
Well, you know, the altitude is something to consider, and then the triple option is certainly something that we're aware of, but they do other things. You know, they run the zone and power, and there's a bit of a mix there in some traditional offense as well. But I know our guys play well on the road, and they're on midwinter break this week, so we'll get a chance to really spend a lot of time on film and really focus in on our opponent this week. And you know, we can't have any letdown. Obviously, it's an important game for us.
And that will do it for this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly. We, of course, will have all the highlights of the 30th meeting between Notre Dame and Air Force on next week's show. Until then, for the many folks who work so hard to provide you with a quality show each week, I'm Jack Nolan. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish. Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly has been presented by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Football has also been brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, Cadillac, CBTS, Xfinity, Meijer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sears, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.